Tonight, I'm actually here listening to a little bit of jazz, just enjoying my evening. Some people choose to be out partying on a Friday night, and not me. I'll take any day of the week, talk about fragrance, talk about perfume, talk about Paris, food, you name it. I like to go there. Just have a few things out tonight that are some of my favorites. My books about Paris. My favorite author of all times. I love Maya Angelou. Love her works. I actually one time I had the complete works of Maya Angelou. Lent it to a friend. She was a co-worker friend, and extenuating circumstances, she got fired 2 days after I lent her the book. So I kind of felt embarrassed to contact her because she got fired. Long story short, I lost my complete works of Maya Angelou. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Anyway, enough about that. We're going to talk about perfume. We're going to talk about fragrance. I actually have a friend that is a niche perfume person. So he goes around and he collects all these samples. He brings me these great samples of perfumes that I can't really afford to buy, but he brings me the samples. So I'm just going to talk about the two latest ones he brought me. They're by Prada, and it seems like Prada has some specialty. I'm not familiar with it, but it's called Miracle of the Rose, and it's a oud rose, okay? So we're basically going to experience it for the first time. And by the way, I love oud. I'm just saying. Oh, very different. Not like really rosy. For me, it doesn't come up like really rosy. It comes up more like oud. It kind of smells like almost like burnt paper scent a little bit, if I could describe it, with a little bit of the rose floral. But that's Prada, Miracle of the Rose, oud rose. I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of weird. Yeah. But anyway, it's oud rose, and it's, oh, and the longer it stays on, it's just turning into something else that I'm loving, of course. Um, what else did he bring me? He brought me Prada, Marion Bad. I guess that's how you say it. Let's experience it. That's totally different. This is almost like a sweet, almost like a sugary violet, but almost like on the, oh, I know what it reminds me of a lot. It reminds me of the Prada Iris, the original Prada Iris, with a tad bit more sweetness, if that helps you guys. um anyway, of course, I love them both. And like, I don't know if I've mentioned this in prior videos, but I'm the person who loves almost everything. So whether it's sweet, whether it's sugary, whether it's floral, whether it's tuberose and gardenia, something that most people like don't really gravitate unless you're a real floral person, I love it. So if you're looking for one of these people that say, oh, I don't like this one, but I like that one, I don't like that's not me. I'm not giving you that. I'm giving you the excitement about fragrance. I'm gonna build that passion. I feel like in the fragrance game, I've been in that game a long time. I mean, over 20 years. I'll tell you my original fragrance story at another time, but for over 20 years. But this passion and excitement has just been growing over the years, not dwindling. Okay? So what I want to do, the reason I started this, I want to make people passionate about perfume again. Not just, oh, it's something I wear, oh, my boyfriend bought it, oh, my fiance got this for me. No, this smells dynamite. I feel empowered. I feel sexy. I feel beautiful when I wear it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here right now making this video. Um, One of the other ones I wanted to talk about also. I know you guys are gonna get so tired of me saying this is my favorite, but this is one of my favorites. I gotta say one of my favorites because I have so many. Okay, so now this is Diptyque. Diptyque from Paris. They have like a really great, historic kind of way they came about. Started out as a textile company with carpetings and potpourri and different things like that, and it's blossomed into this big fragrance and home scent company. Okay, so we have Fleur de Peau, and I guess that's how you say it, Fleur de Peau. I'm sure people who speak French probably know I just totally messed that up. Anyway, what's funny about this, I don't really get into notes. I don't know. That's just not my thing. But this, to me, smells clean. It smells pretty. It smells almost masculine, just on a tad bit on the masculine side, which I like that because it just means power and strength to me, and that's how I look at it. So I'd recommend that you try to find this. It's Eau de Parfum Fleur de Peau. Peau being spelled P-E-A-U. And please, guys, in the comments, correct me if I said it wrong. I don't know. But I love it. And listen, this is what I have. The little sample thing. This is all I own. And I use it very, very sparingly. Okay. So now we're coming to the big boy. So I'm sure I'm gonna like totally mess up his name, but Maison Francois Codician, something like that. Help me, guys. That speak French. Anyway, this is the Oud Silk Mood. Now, when I read the notes on this, because there are people out here, people are telling me that they want to know a little bit about notes. Okay. This is Bulgarian rose. There is a papyrus note, and there's also a oud, which is my favorite, the oud, and it's Indonesian oud. I had to think about it for a minute, but it's from Indonesia. So this is one of those fragrances that when I put it on, it's almost like funky. It's like, what is this? When you smell it like straight on, it's just like, oh, wait a minute. But give it a minute. It just dries down so beautiful and so soft. I love this. This is like my most expensive fragrance here that I own. This wasn't one that I was able to afford to buy myself. This I got for a Christmas gift. No exaggeration. It's a little bit more than halfway gone, but I got this as a Christmas gift in 2016 from one of my exes that was very nice to me. So I love this. I use it sparingly because honestly at the price point, it wasn't one that I could really just like go out and buy another one. But this is my special when I'm going out. If I'm dressed up, I'm going to a Broadway show, this is what I'm wearing without a doubt. If I'm in close quarters with somebody, I'm going to wear just a little bit of it. But honestly, it softens up so pretty at the end. You just got to give it a minute, okay? And you got to trust me on this one. So, guys, please help me with my pronunciation. It's Maison Francois Codician. I guess. Maybe. Anyway, that's that. What I would like to know in the comments, which I'm getting them a little bit at a time, what would you guys like to see? What would you like me to talk about? Like I said before in previous ones, I'm fragrance certified, so I can just about talk about anything about fragrance. But honestly, my thing being here with you guys, it's about the passion. It's just like you can be in love, but if you don't talk about being in love, you don't show your love, it's just like, Nobody knows. And it's the same thing with perfume, with fragrance, with, you know, the things that are luxurious. That's what I like. That's what I gravitate toward. My lifestyle, I guess, will catch up to that eventually. But the last thing I want to say before I go, and I don't want to be long-winded, one of the stories that I heard on the news was one of the actresses, I think she's like 54 years old. She just had a baby. So I kind of turned that around and I said, you know what? If she's 54 years old and she can have a baby, I'm 58 years old and I could talk about perfume because I love it. And like I said, I've been in this game a long time. Okay? Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Come on, guys. We're going to have a lot of fun. And this is going to be a little bit of a new experience. Okay?